Hello and welcome to another fantastic episode on Pack Rice and Peas FC's channel. Today is the big one. It is the second time we play Takers FC, our big rivals in the division, and it's a top of the table clash. With Takers leading the table, we have to take 3 points here today. It is so vital, so big of a game, and we are missing a lot of players as well. We have 11 players on the dot. Here we go. Let me just let you listen to Charles give out the team talk and go through some tactics.
Left back, Bren, he's on his way. He will be holding mid. Okay, we'll have two wingers of Rob Taylor and Fatos. We'll have Aaron and Bill A.
Yeah.
And then Ash up top. Yeah, and then that leaves me Jordan, right? You're on the bench, okay?
Where'd you play?
Charlie Snow, what you doing, mate? Get off that blower. Not concentrating.
I've watched them a couple times. Watched their last 3 games. They've had a bit of changes.
See Rob Taylor there.
Their main threat is Rondon.
Looking
This is why we
determined.
changed the formation. We haven't changed it.
Billy Aplicano at the back left, channeling his inner emotion as ever. Shows nothing.
Now, like
Performs like.
And Bill's job is
Dunno.
you stay with their big liners. They're two deep liners.
I don't know. I don't know to compare Billy Aplicano to. Bit of a Zidane.
Has come in.
Tidy, neat, makes the game look easy.
Marker in the whole team we've got. He will literally stay on them because what the problem is.
We've got me there, just on the right. Wasn't supposed to be playing today because we had a lack of players. I've had to step
when
in.
we're out of possession, so let's say they're on the ball, yeah.
I'm feeling really ill, but we got the big man back. Just there, front left, Aaron McCarthy. Monster. Look out for him during the game.
So that pass wave don't count.
Just a quick question.
Yeah?
Are we pressing their back
No,
line?
don't press.
No, don't press.
Big Ash doing some questioning.
They're going to try and pass.
Proper strike.
Is going to drop.
Exactly.
Try and get the pass.
Been a miss
And then
over
if he
Christmas.
does,
But he's due back in January. We
Bren
can't
will
wait.
be always on him. Bren will not leave him alone. Yeah, he'll be a rat. Yeah, that's all you got to do. That's all your job. Just every time, shut the pass lane. You don't need to go press. And then make them make mistakes. Then we'll go on the errors. You've got the pace on the wing yourself and Fatos to make it. Then obviously, as soon as we win that ball back, bust your gut to beat your man. You lot, yeah? We just bust your gut to beat them, yeah? Then obviously,
If you're wondering why Charles is doing the team talk today, he isn't. You can see Danny Mahoney just there in the mirror behind him. He's just letting Charles do the tactical side of things and get the message across with our new tactics board. We're going up in the world. But Danny is just waiting to have his word. I'm sure you will hear it.
It's different. If you challenge with him, he'll end, instead of having a free header, he's got a chance of having a worse header. Yeah? He's not gonna be
But Charles loves this side of the game. He has got experience working for Boreham Wood. He's doing his UEFA A licence. Fantastic coach, fantastic ability, and great communication skills with the players. Everyone respects him, and you can see why.
They do have a full team on tail that is nippy on the left wing. Yeah? Thank fuck for that.
Don't worry,
So-
it's pacey.
Come on, Bruce. Bruce has got him all day, mate. All day.
Because they have one up top, you're allowed to double up. Yeah? So when Bruce.
I've got to say there is tension in the room today. It is a huge game. As you know, if you go back through our episodes, they beat us. They gave us a bit of a hammering last time we played them. I think it was 6-1. It was the first game of the season. They had already had 2 games before us, and it was just a tough day. But this time we have got a bit of momentum on our side, and we are ready to rumble. And even if we are down to 11 players on the dot, no substitutions, we're ready to give it absolutely everything.
And everything.
This is a war,
Are on corners, so I can just tell you.
and we're ready to blow.
There's a 2, the 3, the 5, and the 11. So do you remember the mixed race kid who was sent out? Yeah. He's him. They've got another guy, a black guy, quite tall, 6'4".
Quite tall.
A lot of talented players sitting around there. Just got to deliver. That's all it's about, and we can beat anyone, to be honest. It's just about delivering. Finding consistency in attendance as well from players, which has been tough for us. But we're coming for it. We're learning.
He's got like stubble here. With sideburns. He's got a mistake in him all day. Every game I've watched, he's got a mistake in him. So play off him. When we do like goal kicks, everything, play on his side. So you literally just stay on him, and he will give you a mistake, and just be ready for that mistake, and you get.
Charlie Snow whips out the Tropicana.
Yeah, he's the main one.
I don't even think he's actually playing today, to be honest. I think he's turned up with a hangover.
I think it's Shaq. Shaq is the one that is the body. He goes from box to box. Yeah. Danny, he just stays there. He won't, like for you guys, he won't go to Danny. He will literally just stay there and won't do anything. He'll just try and ping it about, keep it simple. Yeah. So you know that's Aaron Field. Yeah. On the left back, there's what's his name?
I know we're coming to last. We said that.
He will try and advance on. So just so you know, if he advances on you,
We just want to get out there now.
battles. Yeah. If any of their
Do our job. Get them 3 points.
so we stay.
Pull takers back down a bit and catch up. Because if we win today, we have 2 games in hand. Win both of them and we go level on points at the top of the table. It's all about consistency now, and these 3 points today are vital. If we want a standing chance of winning the league and redemption for the first game of the season, we have to deliver today.
This is a goal scorer, boys, yeah?
That's
No other option.
He's literally just going to be on him all the time. Yeah, so hopefully, from where they've got all the goals, all assists, from himself, from him assisting, it's all from him just doing whatever the fuck he wants to do. He's just got free roll. Yeah? There's anything from this you want to talk about? Just so it's clear from here.
I think maybe Dallas should try and give Bruce a bit of help as well.
Yeah,
That's an important job today to help out Bruce all the time. Let's double up if we can, alright, yeah? Let's work for each other, every single one of us on the pitch. One thing as well that Charles hasn't said, they're keeper, boys.
Yeah.
He's small, fucking test that, please. We did not test in the first game and I don't know why. Alfie, exactly, Alfie. The one time we did it, I'll score from the halfway line, boys, yeah? Let's test him today, please. Alright, let's double up on everything, let's win every single ball, fight from the very first minute. We're good enough to beat them.
They expect a win, man. They took the piss out of us last time. They didn't play against us properly.
There's got to be a reaction.
Yeah. Reaction's important, boys, yeah? Let's do this.
I think they can walk away with this, man. Let's take advantage of that.
We're not going to let it happen.
Boys, I've got to be honest today, I've got to say, we're coming in here with a stronger team than we played them last time.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I'll say
100%.
that.
100%.
Yeah,
We're coming with Fiat, who's fully fit.
We have no
We had Rob, we didn't have Aaron, we had Katos,
We're here with a much better team, boys. Yeah, believe in yourselves, please. Don't worry about the first result. Fuck that shit. We're here to play the
the set pieces, yeah, because they are big, they're big. So what I want to do is change up differently from last time, but it's simple, right? All I want is Ash and Fatos, when we're defending corners, halfway, you're one corner, Ash is one corner. Yeah? So that brings 3 back, and they won't like you because you guys have patience, skill, you've got stuff about you, yeah? Yeah? So, we'll have the 5 markers, will be Rob Taylor, Bruce, Bill A, Aaron, Josh and Fiat, yeah? So you'll be my 5 markers, the front 6 yard will be Bruce, and middle 6 yard will be Rob Taylor.
You said Bruce twice.
5 markers.
We've got a tough job, man.
So that's my 5 markers, and then
On front 6 yards.
and then Bren will be the one on the edge, just so you know, yeah? Boys, for me, if we're doing attacking corners, you've got to you either play short or you've got to be creative. Do you remember the one we did at Bournemouth, where everyone goes on the line? Do that. So boys, listen. Right, I'm going to turn it off.
Here we go. We're out onto the field now. It's time for a little warm up. And it's time to get ready because game time and kickoff is approaching. That's what we're all here for.
So when you know there's a chance,
To see Charles just giving his last orders and last words. And we have, if you can just see there in the background on the right side, Jamie O'Brennan has returned. The original P helped me set up the whole club.
did not want to come to anything.
He is literally bleeds green. He is a proper P. And he's back today by popular demand. And he slots straight into CDM, I'm sure. One of the best man markers you will see on a football pitch at amateur level. He does not let a player breathe. And we're delighted to have him back. We love you, Jamie O'Brennan. Top bloke. We've got Rob Shite there on the left. We've got the new player, Jordan.
At times,
You got Ash there, raring to go, pumped as always.
The middle is horrible, Jack.
Big Josh there in the background. Fiat, Charlie Snow, wearing sports shit, not even playing. Lazy bastard. I'm joking, we love you, Snow. Got Soji there in the background. Needs a big game today, Soji. Looking a bit leaner and fitter. Let Dan have his words.
Last time we got 2 Symmons, don't let it happen. He's already told me.
You know what these lot like as well? They like to try and go.
They're gonna try and wind us up. Let's do the same thing. Let's just playing against
Give the rest good side.
exactly. Like, whoever wants to talk to anyone in that building, yeah? It's as simple as that. Boys, let's go out. We are good enough. We are good enough to challenge these guys. 100%. Let's just give everything we can. We have to fight. It's difficult. We've only got 12 players. Sometimes we might be playing places we aren't playing. Let's give everything we can. Yeah? Nothing but a win.
Hands in, Peas, come on. This is the big one. Come on, you Peas. And here we go with today's lineup for the big game. We start with Soji in goal. Needs a big game himself. I'm sure he'll admit that too. We have the usual centre-back pairing of Fiat and Josh. Then we've got Rob Shite back at left-back. Me starting at right-back. And we got Bren and Aaron in centre mid. They got a lot of work to do in there today and hope they can do it. Just in front of them, we have the skipper, Billy Applicano. Knits everything together, tidy. Then we have a front three, electric. Fatos, Zagiri on the right, Ash leading the line. And then we've got Rob Taylor out on the left. But you'll see them switch throughout the game, I'm sure. Fantastic lineup. More than good enough to beat Takers. More than good enough to beat every team in the league. If we perform, we can't just talk, we have to deliver. And it's time to do that as we take on Takers at home in this must-win title clash game. So come on, we've got to do it, Peas. Now's our time. Have to deliver. So here we go, kick off, and it's the Peas who kick off as Ash starts the game, gets the ball rolling. And like I said, this is an absolute must-win. We cannot afford to drop any points. I don't even think we draw would be good enough if I'm being absolutely honest. I'm sure they're just fired up as we are. As we break straight away, Fatos takes a shot. It's a great save by the keeper. And it's a great little bit of pressure, early chance. And it shows that we're ready for today and on the front foot even with 11 players. Takers have brought a huge following to the game. They've got about 20 people supporting on the side. All talking as they come down the left. Plays it on my outside. Great covering from Fiat, no nonsense, get up son, Fiat. Fiat 500, you don't mess with him, best centre back in the league. Finds out, breaks out, and it's Ash on the run. And it's been called offside, ridiculous decision. You can pull the replay back, pull the game back yourself, look at it. And Ash, he's got a race on again. Oh, keeper's out of his line, anticipates it well. And Ash will be gutted with that. But it's a great run again, and he's showing signs that he can get in behind their defence with ease. As we flick it on, we started the much better out of the two teams. Aaron whacks in on left foot volley. What a goal! What a goal! Our early pressure pays off as Aaron McCarthy on his return to the team hits a stunner on his left foot. You want to watch that over and over and over again. And the 11 players of the Peas, no subs, are taking the game to Takers. And with a stunner of a goal like that, look at that. You won't see many better goals than that in Sunday League. As we're off to a flying start, it's 1-0 to the Peas. And we whip in another ball, he's fumbled it. Could have scored, but the keeper's done well to gather it. And we are all over Takers. As they come down the right side here. Still got it. It's Fiat out there battling, wins it back. Of course he does. As we go forward again, beautiful build up from the back, but it's come back to Takers. Great challenge. It's Aaron McCarthy, plays the ball out. Ash holds it up well, brings others into play beautifully. Speciality. Fatos plays it up the line. Surely that's a foul, ref. Blow your whistle. Ridiculous decision. The game plays on. As we see Ash just out here. As Takers are down that right side. Whips it in, it's fell to Rondo, but he can't get it on target. Just too high for him. It's a great ball. It's just unlucky. And Pat Rice and Peas survive. and it stays 1-0 at the moment. We're still on top, winning all the battles in midfield at the moment. Fiat's in a race here, wins it back. Of course he does, for the second time, third time. You ain't beating Fiat. Too good of a centre back. As they take an early throw in, we're switched on. Whips it across. Goes for the overhead kick. Ambitious. Not happening though. Bounces off Rob Scheidt's head. Comes out. He's got a second chance. What a save, Soji. Saves us. Takers are having a bit of a good little spell here as he whacking a free kick. Soji catches it comfortably and he's not troubling the keeper. We're on the attack again. The ball's come up. Ash has passed it into the net, but it won't count. I think it's an offside decision. But Takers are on the attack again here. They're having a little 5 to 10 minute spell where they're on top of it. Because Soji gathers it comfortably. And he started really well, Soji. Oozing confidence for the back line and the whole team. As we break down the left, we are looking so dangerous on the ball. Every time we get, you can see Takers are scared. Their men are still talking a lot of nonsense on the side. But that's what they do, that's what you've got to do, that's part of their game. And it's what makes them. Respect to them. But we're coming. Soji picks up again. Here we go, let's see what we can do from this goal kick. How'd you kick, Soj? Show me. Go on. There we go. Oh, it's bounced through. No, it hasn't. But it's come out to Fatos. Now it's come out to Billy at the corner, who tries to whip a ball over to Ash and does. The keeper's come flying out. And Ash has locked it in and it's a goal. It's 2-0 to the Peas and it's a brilliant finish from Ashley as we run on the pitch and give them a bit of talk because that's what they've been doing all game, and Ash has buried it and it's a great finish. It's a brilliant start and it's no more than we deserve. Probably deserve to be a bit higher up if we're being absolutely honest, and I'm sure Takers would agree. As the keeper, I don't know what the keeper's doing. He's gone for a trip to Margate. Ash flicks it up, beats one man, and then he's got the intelligence to find a lob, and it's a beautiful goal. It's really classy by Ash, and it's just what we need. 2-0, and we're heading into half time here. But they've got an attack. Can they halve the deficit? Their players took a shot, and Soji with a fantastic save. He is right on the money today. Looking leaner, fitter and better all round, more confident and more commanding. It's what you want to see. Here's a replay of that save. Look at that. It's a good turn and shot by their man, and it's a great save. Takers with a corner. It's whipped in. It's headed in. No, it's not. It's cleared off the line, but it's kicked in off the rebound. And now it's 2-1 to Takers, right on brink of half time, and they pulled one back and they've halved the deficit as their man on the pitch, who was a nice guy actually. We got talking to him after the game and he was a good fella, but he's on there talking smack to us during the game, which they have a right to do, of course. They have just scored a goal and it's now 2-1 to Pat Rice and Peas as we head into half time and what promises to be a very, very, very tense second half. It's poor defending there by the Peas though, and easily avoidable. But that has been our Achilles heel all season so far, letting in sloppy goals. As Josh cleans up this time, their centre back wins a header, towering header. Billy at the corner, look at that, tidy. What's he got in his locker there? Finds a ball out to Fatal Sakiri. Can he find Ash? No, he decides to cut inside. Where's your vision? Finds Aaron McCarthy, beast. Plays it out left, finds Rob Scheidt. What have you got? Have you got a cross in your locker, Rob Scheidt? Yes, you have, mate. Keeper gathers it. They're building out from the back. Starting to as Ash chases it down. That's what you want to see. Your striker pressuring from the front as Fatos finds some space through the middle. Oh, crunching challenge. Fatos just gets straight back up. It's a great tackle, but he works back to win it and Aaron wins it. Solid. Get up, mate. Aaron again beats one, beats two, beats three, but he's tackled at the final hurdle. As there, the centre back clears up, but Aaron has been a monster in that centre mid today, not just because of his goal, but he has won every single battle he's had, every 50-50. As we continue to press on for that third goal, but it's become quite an even game towards the end. But Fiat on the break here We've got to make this count. Beats one. Leaves Rondo ice skating in the middle of the park. Now he's on the left wing. We've got to make this count. Great challenge. Well, he's given the free kick. I don't think that's a free kick personally, but I can't quite see it properly from where I am. Oh no, it's a throw in. Rob Shite with the throw in. Headed out. Full to one of our players. Go on. It doesn't. Comes out. Rondo with the clearance. Sure, he blows for half time here. Josh lets it bounce. Can't do that. And they're on the break here, looking dangerous. We can't let the ball bounce at the back, but Fiat cleans up. I've said in the previous videos, like Rio Ferdinand in his prime, that is exactly what he plays like, his pace. But he's so good on the ball as well. And he's got that aggression to go with it all. He's a full package of a centre back. As Aaron picks up again. Their boy bounces off him. It comes out to Ash. Oh, unlucky. He cleared. It's gone a bit scrappy now, the game. The pitch is terrible, I must say, for both teams. It's hard to get your football playing on it. As they look to come down this left side, you can see the state of the football. But that has beat, whether that isn't right back, and it's cleared by Josh. Takers are pressuring now. Can they capitalise? Rondo over shots. Great save from Soji again. Gets down to his left very quickly and executes his save perfectly. You can see the strike there. It's a great strike. It's unlucky. He's unlucky not to find the bottom corner. But we go into half time. It's 2-1 to the P's. Let's see what Charles and Danny have to say about it. But proud of the boys so far. Like I said, we don't have a sub.
What we need now.
So it's going to be a tough 45 minutes now.
When we get on the ball, then you can push out and start attacking. Because you guys are doing too much. For example, you're still busting your gut, but you're not coming back in.
But it's hard because we're transitioning from defence to attack so quickly. It's hard. If you're up, you can't get back quick enough. Yeah. It's just one ball. That's all it's going.
But even if you just think you're not going to make it, you run back. You could catch a loose. You can get back. You have a body. Just come with it. Just come back. Back, then we can get numbers back too.
You've got to get at them.
They're dead, bro.
You have to get at them.
But listen, it's the same thing as last week, yeah? We don't want to come off this game saying how the fuck did we lose it? We've got to put 100% in. The same way that we started that half, we've got to do it again. They couldn't touch us in the first 20 minutes. They couldn't touch us. We've had chances to. Now we've got to take. Now we have to take punishment.
You can see the mud all over the kit, sign of hard work.
It's corners.
Yeah, the corners, they're all over us.
They've got nothing else.
Looking like an aerial advert at the moment.
But when it's corners, let's do it quick because we're getting pain.
Soji's got his leggings on, always means that he's up for it.
As well, man. He's even saying to his own mates, but he's like, I'm struggling and that to his own pals.
But boys, listen please, I know it's hard, it's football, but try and not give free kicks, try and not give set pieces, because that's their strength.
It's the pushes, it's the pushes that's the stuff.
I know it's tough, but just, if we get our shape right, you won't make those mistakes of little fouls, just little foots in that they get outside the box, which that's what they want. That's one Don's professional fucking thing. Just the last week, Aaron, I know it's tough, mate, you're doing so much, you're doing everything. Now, if you can, for the first 10 to 15, get your energy back.
Yeah, sitting in. He's the only thing they've got.
You're in his head. Following him, mate. He's not dealing with it well at all. At all.
Oh, body, you get a booking, we'll pay for it.
And Jordan as well, Jordan.
Yeah, like all
You've
of
got
us.
the tuck. You've got to tuck on that one guy. Sometimes you're like the second striker, you need to tuck in. The shape to work, compact and narrow, we need you to come tuck in.
Another thing, boys, listen. Far too often, they're getting the ball in this area right here, just outside the box. It's like they've got a free kick every time. Why are we giving them so long on the ball?
Boys, don't give away cheap fouls either, man. There's only so many free kicks he's going to be able to get before he stops.
Yeah, exactly.
Only needs one.
Everyone listening intensely to the manager.
Luckily that has happened, but
We've got to come out firing in the second half. It's all about our approach now. It's our game to lose. It's going to be tough. We're going to see some tired legs out there, obviously, with no substitutes available. So it's going to be very, very, very tough on the body. But now is the time to step up. And especially with players returning who haven't played for months, like Jamie O'Brien and Aaron McCarthy. Also the new fella there, Jordan. It's going to be a tough ask, but one that I'm sure we can do. I believe in my boys, and so do we all. We believe in each other. We're seeing the togetherness today, the team spirit that has been vital to the P's. Up come.
Our throw or their throw?
Their throw, so they're the wedge, yeah.
And we can see, you can just see Ash there, pacing, ready to go. Just wants to get out and start the second half. We probably deserve to be a bit further up in the lead, but it hasn't gone that way. Takers will be enthusiastic after getting that goal just before half time. And they're going to be raring to go as well, so we have to expect it. And they are, a lot of their game is based on winding the other team up and getting in your face. We cannot fall for that.
Once we get the ball
back,
then the winger breaks. Simple as that.
And boys, we're leaving fucking 2 up top from a corner. We're not using them yet, man. Once we do use them, it does work. Faust and Ash was away, man, in their first goal.
Looks like Ash has a bit of blood on his sock there.
I'll be real with you, that's what I'm worried about. Like, their only threat is coming from corners. I personally think that one of us, the strikers, need to go back because we're getting
We'd rather go in.
That's our number 9. We need him back.
I think that fucking thing, that 2 up top was working.
Monster of a striker. Knows how to bully, but has all the technical ability to go with it.
Just means you've got to be quicker on the counter. Once you run. Wait, do that
Side of the corner taker, right? Because then you've got space to run into and fill the ball in. So listen, when they have a defending corner, Ash will come back in. Battles will be on the opposite side. If you ever see him free, just put it down the middle. He'll run on.
Yeah, he's beating him. He's got the beating of him every time.
All of these kicks are just doing, they're bouncing over them.
That's what I'm saying. We've got a challenge for their balls.
Every kick by Soji, if they get corner, as soon as Soji picks it up, we fucking bomb forward. Soji just gets space and then bang. You
just got to give it everything.
Everyone raring to go, and we start the second half. Takers kick it off, and this promises to be a gigantic second half. As that ball gets rolled into that mud pit of a centre circle, I'm sure when I ran through there I seen Shrek and Donkey. That's how much of a swamp it is. But Takers come forward early on in the second half. Fiat pressuring. Can he win it high up the pitch? He doesn't. It's played out and there's a gap here. Their players look to run in behind. It's an early shot and it's wide of the post. Soji sees it go wide, but it's a good start from Takers in this second half, as we've got a free kick just around the halfway line. Josh, clever little ball, finds Aaron McCarthy, beautiful ball, finds Rob Shack, whips it in, back post, Ashley can't convert it. It's so unlucky. Tad more clinical there, and we go 3-1 up. That could turn out to be a vital miss. As Takers header it, it's gone over the bar, and it's an energetic start to the second period of the game. And it's end to end as we look to come forward again now. And it's Pat Rice and Peas with Fatal Sakiri on the right, plays it inside. Can't quite see who's on the ball. Thinks Ashley whaps it across, but they've cleared up. But Aaron McCarthy wins it again, beats 1, beats 2, goes with the right foot, great save keeper. Straight down his throat really, but he does well to beat it away to the side. That's what keepers are supposed to do, and he's done his job perfectly well. But it was great play by Aaron McCarthy, again wins it back. He is bullying them today. He's a great addition to have back. He's always played for the Peas since 2013 in the 5-a-side days, but due to his hectic schedule for working for Arsenal, he cannot always make games. But that is a red card, I'm pretty sure. As you've just seen, Rob Shite has gone down screaming with an absolute leg breaker of a challenge, and we won't zoom the camera into it because he is screaming and crying in pain, and it's really dangerous play. And both teams getting into a bit of a kerfuffle here. But it's a filthy challenge. Everyone's seen it. Just got to wonder if the ref has seen it. They don't normally do. Oh, it's disgusting. It's a pure, utter red card. He has been sent off. And the game resumes after a long delay where the ref didn't know whether to continue or not. But Takers are down to 10 men, and the Peas carry on with 11.
Come on, you do it. You do it. You do it.
Soji makes a fantastic save, but a free kick has been given to the Peas. But he was ready there, anticipating on it off his line. Takers come again. We are looking shattered, even with the one-man advantage. It's very hard when you don't have a sub to make. You start feeling it. But we come forward again. Here we go. It's Fatos.
Come on.
Finds a new player, Jordan, but he can't quite get hold of the ball, and they come through the centre again as Aaron gives away a foul. But doing what he does best. It's a professional foul.
They're losing their heads.
It's probably a well-earned yellow card and a little fine for Aaron, which I'm sure he'll pay. Well, he will. But we'll take that.
You're actually supposed to get saved.
They're not good sportsmen, are they?
Like I said, we should be 3-1 up with that early chance in the second half at the back post. But it doesn't matter, we have a job to do. There's going to be a lot of tired legs out there, but you have to find that that second wind and that final push if you want these 3 points. These are the games that matter most. We have to win matches like this against big rivals, especially after the beating they gave us in the first game of the season. And we were positive that it didn't reflect our ability that day, but more of attitude at the time, which we have greatly improved. And as you can see today, even with a makeshift team, we are beating them 2-1. It should be 3-1. They've had chances, make no mistake, but we have been a better team so far. But they are down to 10 men here, and we are at full strength of 11. Just don't have a sub. Something's kicking off over there. One of their players has pushed our player 3 times. Can't quite bring the camera right over, but all their men have run onto the pitch as well. Everyone's getting involved. It's handbags, pushing and shoving. One of their players gets one of our players into a headlock. As you can see, everyone starts getting involved. It's just silly nonsense. Towards the end of the game, it's the 83rd minute or 82nd.
I want him to be like beating someone up.
It's ridiculous, to be honest. It's just ruining the game, but I am pretty sure that that was a tactic to get the game called off.
What are you doing?
And look, it's still going on.
What the fuck are you doing?
And it's just ridiculous. But I've just got to say, there's no more footage to that game as it got called off. But it was the 83rd or 84th minute of the match. We were winning 2-1. It got called off because one of their players got our players into a headlock, and then everyone started running on the pitch. It all started kicking off, going back and forth. They refused to play on, and the game basically got called off. But down to FA rules, if the game is called off after the 75th minute, the result stands. So we have come out with 3 points. We won 2-1 against our big rivals Takers, and it is a massive result. I'm so proud of the boys. Obviously 11 players on the day. If you play Sunday League, you will know how hard that is. It is so disheartening as well. So to pick ourselves up and attack them from the start was brilliant to see, and I couldn't be more proud of my mates. They put in an absolute shift. Well deserved win. Could have won by more. They had their chances too. Let's not pretend that they didn't. It was a fantastic performance, a great game to watch. It's a shame about the ending, but it happens in Sunday League. We move on with 3 points in the bag, 2 games in hand, got to win them both, and we go level on points with Takers, and the season is just starting for the Peas. So I'm going to sign out, and thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and leave a comment. Let us know what you think of the episode and what we can improve on. We're so grateful for it. But come on the Peas!